It's probably the most practical decision we've ever made. The mayor receives no salary. He doesn't talk back. I've never known him to be upset. You can bribe him with treats. I mean, that's the perfect politician.
Well, the mayor of Idlewild is quite a character. He doesn't have much experience in politics, but he can sure make his constituents smile. KMR's Claudia Buccio went to Idlewild for a quick chat with the mayor.
That's Maximus Mighty Dog Mueller II, better known as Mayor Max, the mayor of Idlewild.
It's fun to talk to people and say, our mayor's a dog, or people will say, thinking we're incorporated, that I'm the fire chief, that I work for the mayor, and I'm like, no, our mayor's a dog. And they'll kind of ha-ha it, and no, and I have to go, no, really, our mayor is a dog. And then I have to pull up the website or direct them to the website and show them that, yes, in fact, our mayor is a dog.
I mean, there isn't one person I probably spoke to that said, you've got to get up and see the mayor of Idlewild. It's a golden retriever. And they're like, what? A dog is the mayor? And so you get that reaction from everyone.
I think my first thought was only in Idlewild would they even try to elect a mayor and then run with it. Literally, he's been the mayor for 5 years, and he's our only... We don't have any politicians up here. We don't have, I think we just got our first police officer that moved up here. I mean, he's it. He is the ambassador of our town. But I did think it was, at first I thought, it's a little crazy.
Yeah, my family, when they came to visit and I told them that our mayor is a dog, they just were blown away. They at first were like, what, really? Are you joking? And I'm like, no, really, Mayor Max, he's a dog.
There's some humor. A couple people don't believe it. But yeah, the novelty is incredible, especially in any conversation.
He loves it when you clap and say yay. Yay! You're amazing, Max! Look up! And now here we're going to multitask. We're going to do the regular mayoral, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the cowboy hat pose all at once. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Close your mouth all the way. You're amazing! Yay! Okay, I brought everybody a little mini-me, okay? You get a mini-me. There you go. Here you go. That's for you, hon. This is for you. This is for you. You're welcome. Anytime you come to Idlewild, call me in the morning. Let me know what time you're coming, and I bring out the mayor and the deputies to greet you. So it's one of the services we do as the office of the mayor. He's amazing! Let's get a group shot. Glennie, can you get a group shot? Okay. Max, you're amazing. He's saying he loves you. He wants to see you again. Today we got a call to come to this party. And it would be a surprise, and to bring the mayor and the deputy, so we did that, and that's what we're doing right now. And we do this all the time, and it's so much fun, and we love doing it, and it's just one of many different types of visits that we do.
I have this thing. I have it up on my fridge, so I just called up the mayor headquarters office, and then I arranged this in like less than a minute.
What a guy.
I was pretty surprised. It was a really cool surprise.
He's very spiffy with his tie. It's really nice to see him in his cowboy hat too. Looks pretty cute.
I've seen him many times. I own a cabin here in Idlewild, so I see him around town quite often. He's always spreading goodwill, and he always brings a smile to my face. I love him.
And the first time I had heard about this was when the local newspaper had an article about it. And so I said, Phyllis, get a load of this. And I just sent it to her an email. And she said, oh, I am so all over this. So.
That's exactly what I said. I just knew immediately. The minute I heard about it, I thought, what an amazing idea, because I saw it as an opportunity to be the mayor of Idlewild. But the dog would be the mayor, but if you wanted to know what he was thinking, you'd have to ask the chief of staff. And both my husband and myself are the chiefs of staff for the mayor.
Election was bought. And well, of course it was bought. It was $1 a vote, if I remember correctly. And it was, you know, you can put in your own money, you can put in other people's money, garner donations, and it was, you know, but it was all for the benefit of the animal rescue. There was nothing malicious about it. It was a great benefit, and it worked.
It was whoever raised the most money.
Yeah, that's
would
what-
become
'cause-
the mayor.
right.
And I don't remember what they raised. $22,000.
They raised
or something?
$31,000.
$31,000, and nobody else even came close. So
Right.
basically, I don't remember how they did it. I mean, with the jars and all that, I don't remember. I don't remember
But did
how
they
the
have
money
an
came.
like? Did they? They never lined them up. I don't really.
Mostly everybody did flyers, and they did an 8.5 by 11 flyer, and they passed them around and taped them on windows and that kind of thing. But I went much further, way further.
I actually entered my dog as well, and a lot of people in town entered their pets, and I didn't know how big it was going to be.
My intention was to actually create it into a real mayor's office, not just like, okay, now I'm the mayor and it's an honorary mayor and nothing happens. But for me, my idea was to create it into a real mayor's office.
You know, the reality of it is that when you meet Phyllis, she is a one-woman PR machine. And I mean that very complimentary.
And if they say they're going to do something, you know, count on it. If they say they're going to move your house back a foot, you better get a plumber, because they're going to do it. They're very dedicated to what they say, and their words are bond.
Idlewild is extremely unique because there's every type of person that you can think of up here. It is truly an artist colony.
We're at 5,400 feet. We have no traffic lights yet. We're in Southern California, and we can go anywhere to do anything within a matter of hours.
If you own a Bentley, you have to go to the dump. No one picks your trash up here. And if you own a Bentley and a Rolls Royce, you have to pick your mail up. There's no direct mail delivery here. We're isolated.
The people and the quaintness of the town, it just has that really small town loving feel.
We have 87 different civic or social clubs on this hill. If you're a skydiving nun that loves to play chess, we have a club for you.
The minute we pulled into this town, I fell in love with it. I just love Idlewild. And if you ask my husband, he'll tell you it's because I'm idle and he's wild.
That's the truth.
And that's why we moved here.
All right, so this event is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. It's in honor of Mayor Max the first mayor of Idlewild. He won the ARF election for Idlewild's first mayor 6 years ago, but he was really old when I ran him, so even though he got a 2-year term in office, he died right in the middle of it, and I was heartbroken. And I always wanted to do something. So then now come forward a few years later, and the Painted Deer project came up again in Idlewild, and I thought, well, this would be a perfect kind of memorial. So I commissioned one of the painted deer, which I'm unveiling now, that shows you Mayor Max the first and Pookie. And it's really sweet. And the reason that it was sad for people when he died is that Mayor Max quickly and easily made friends with people, because the minute he met you, he put his paw out to reach you. He'd wag his tail, but he'd have his raccoon in his mouth too. And the combination of a cute golden retriever with a raccoon trying to shake your hand and wagging his tail at the same time, everybody loved him. And it even made Channel 7 News where when he died, he goes, "The tears are flowing tonight in Idlewild," and that was so true. So anyway, this beautiful deer, on this side, it has, you know, Mayor Max the first and Pookie, and on the back side, it has all three of the new mayors. And it'll be here forever in this little memorial spot for the mayor. And that was it.
I'm kind of starstruck in a weird way because he's kind of a celebrity around here.
Actually, Mayor Max is one of the reasons I moved to town. I thought, like, humans are making really terrible politicians. So any town that's run by a dog, you know, there will always be, like, they're not going to knock down any trees. You know, they're going to make great decisions.
I take a lot of pride and pleasure knowing that he's our mayor. And I don't want to offend any other mayors out there, but he's at the top. When it comes to mayors, I love Mayor Max. He is one of my faves.
I draw Max, like, obsessively. You know, I'm always in the calendar, getting little picture ideas and stuff of Max. I draw him, I do him in watercolors. So people say I'm obsessed, but I just want to get him right because I make the buttons for Phyllis and Glenn.
One thing you got to watch out for is you don't want to have an ice cream cone around him too close because he'll take it.
He likes vanilla ice cream cones. So.
They all get a little jealous, the dogs, of each other. So Mikey and Mitzi are like, hey, where's my drawing? So what's coming up next is maybe a picture of them in a cape, you know, flying, the super deputies, because they do a lot of great work as the deputies. And they're the security team. I just feel very safe when the deputies are around.
I work for a very large corporation, and in our locker room, I have a locker, and I have a Mayor Max bumper sticker on my locker. And I have another half a dozen inside. Every time I come to work, my magnet is gone. Somebody takes it and puts it on somebody else's locker.
This is Mayor Max on a postcard. See how he gets along with all the other animals? He probably doesn't know there's a squirrel behind him. He's notoriously squirrel chaser. And then on back we have the unofficial emblem of, I don't know if that's too hot for you, but it's the unofficial emblem of the fine, great village of Idlewild.
Yeah, you know, ever since we came up here, you know, when all this started, I have been seeing the Mayor Max, and I'm like, I didn't know if he was being elected or if it was some type of.
Now he's the mayor.
He's the mayor.
You get dog.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. We not only go downtown every day, we sometimes for the mayor go down 2 and 3 times a day.
These are the deputies, and this is the actual mayor. And he wants to know if you'd like to have a picture with him with his cowboy hat on or off.
It can get a bit crazy just because they all want to see him and they want to see him quickly. But it's also been times when it's been impressive because it's been a queue, a lineup of people waiting to see the mayor. So they're all in a lineup, 30, 40 people waiting just to get a picture with the mayor.
You want to do the pose again? You ready? Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Do the pose. Ready? There you go. You're amazing.
So every year I do a calendar for the community and for the Mayor Max friends around the world. The first year in 2014 I did 3,500, and then I've been increasing the numbers every year. So this last year I did 7,500. In January the mayor's usually talking about something fun, about his New Year's resolutions, but then every month another dog is talking. So I usually start out with Mayor Max, then Mayor Mitzi, and then Mikey, and then that kind of repeats. And sometimes a picture could have both dogs, or could have the deputies or whatever. And then, but I put important content into the calendar that's fun for children and adults, that is creative, but also gives them tips for how to have a happy life. And for those who read the calendar, it's magical. They don't really throw them away, and they appreciate the message. I can't say that I know everything, but here's what I do know. This I know for a fact, and I experience this every single day. Life is alive and spiritual. It does not die ever. Body's physical universe, that does deteriorate, but the life force of what's animating the physical universe body stays alive and never dies. Is it heaven? Is it guardian angels? You know, the grooming I do with the dogs, I always tell them at night that, you know, I want you to look good for the guardian angels who watch over us every night, and I want you to look good for them. The deputies have a ton of fur, but Max is like another 3 times more. Yeah, so you can imagine if I spend a half hour grooming the dogs each day, not including baths and drying them, and you had 11 dogs, and you were trying to give them all the same kind of care, it adds up. Could you flip? I'm going to try to brush them a little more. Just flip them over one more time. Max, just let it a little more, just a little more. Just a little more.
But you can't separate Phyllis and Glenn and Mayor Max. They're a trio. And the deputy mayors are also to be spoken of highly. So I think what you need to understand, there's no separation between the three of them.
We don't even remember their first names. We call them the mayors.
The mayors. They're
When
amazing.
we go to dinner, we're going with the mayors.
She has a Facebook page. She has a following from all over the world. People who come here to visit Idlewild actually ask for Max. We've had folks come into the fire department. They'll see the calendar. They'll see the stuffed animal. They'll see the magnets. They'll ask the questions. And the next thing, I'm usually on the phone saying, when's the mayor coming to town? When's he going to be downtown? So we can, we've got folks here from Germany. We got folks here from, Ohio that want to meet the mayor. What's your schedule?
Phyllis has a network that's all over the world. She's getting mail from Portugal and Alaska and Japan that love Mayor Max.
They either come up to see him or they just found out about him and they're like, really, this is the coolest thing. It's such a cool town. And it is, and originally it was, again, just supposed to be a fundraiser, and it's become its whole, it's just a whole thing to itself, right?
I know. You're doing a fine job.
I've never heard you not talk. You're
I'm
you're
listening
pretty
to
quiet.
you.
Okay.
For once. You're not yelling at me.
I know.
This is very nice talking to you like this and listening to you.
Here we go. Go get it. Good dog. I'll just do a couple more of those and I'm going to go right in the pond. Ducks, the mayor's coming. Okay, here we go. Let go. Ready? Here we go. The nice thing about this chuck it is I can really get it far. Max, come here. I could do this for 8 hours, okay, with him.
He actually has a mayoral office where there's a landline where people can call if they need help for any reason. Maybe they can't find lodging, or they're short of resources, or they're stuck in the snow.
And
Anytime there's a
anytime there's
function-
something that's a fun, yeah, they're right there. They're just
Even if somebody gets hurt or gets in an accident, the mayor will come out, go to the hospital bed, go around to the hospitals, do all kinds of charitable functions. He's a total 100% perfect mayor.
Mayor Max is a very, very special dog, and people just love him and give him lots of kisses and hugs and give him lots of treats and just love on him because he's very special. Very special dog.
I think how unique it is and how special it is that you can actually call Phyllis and Glenn and ask to meet into town, and they'll come.
And she travels to schools. She tries to spread this message not just up here, but to other places.
One of the things that I'm most proud of is the Deputy Mayor Certificate Program, where we get children and adults to promise to help the mayor with his charter. And they get a certificate with their name on it, and they promise to help make the world a better place by conveying unconditional love and doing as many good deeds for others as possible.
I've been here long enough to see a change in attitudes.
We had some political upheaval as a result of some of the political issues that are going on in the nation now. And people were they weren't going to go to blows, but Mayor Max showed up, they dropped things, and they're both over petting the dog. So it brought a lot of harmony to us. And if you just sit back and allow Mayor Max to do his thing, he'll bring tranquility to you no matter what your political views are, or no matter what your economics are.
We usually are doing 100 dogs at a time. I buy them
sometimes I buy 50 at a time, but mostly I buy 100 at a time, and sometimes I buy 300 at a time. And so it depends on the event and what we're doing. And we gave away yesterday about 70 dogs, and they were gone in a half hour. Regular weekend in Idlewild, we'll be seeing 200-300 people in a weekend easily. And I know that number by the business cards. So let's see, on the little blue business cards they're car magnets, and those, like this year, we'll be giving out at least 30,000 of those.
They are the mayors for life. She will do this till the day she dies. She just loves it. And it's a lot of work. I mean, we've watched them do this for, 6-7 years now? It's unbelievable what they do.
Their message is about love. It's like Mayor Max is here as an ambassador of love. That's a message we could use these days. If there were some politicians that could get a hold of that message, maybe other politicians besides Mayor Max, maybe we could really get something done.
Mayor Max is special. He brings a lot of love to everybody.
Tracy gets very emotional about Mayor Max.
Yeah.
She has a very soft spot for him.
Max, the mayor of Idlewild. Canine wisdom is his style. Scratch his head for a doggy smile. He's Max, the mayor of Idlewild. Max, the mayor of Idlewild. Max, the mayor of Idlewild.